Hey everybody. I've seen readings where there's like this dark background and this like candlelit setting, and I really like it. It's very intimate, kind of spooky. Don't worry about my hair, okay? I'm gonna burn a little mugwort. This smells really weird. Quite frankly, it smells pretty bad, but you know what? I'm gonna burn it for protection for sure. What's up, y'all? Hey. Y'all know I'm going through a transition in my life. If I let y'all see my hair like half done. Well, I've been there. I've done that. Whatever. Oh, I just saw 111 on the timer. Loves it. I've seen that number a lot for the past few days, and that number is about your thoughts manifesting. Ooh, just looked up at 123. Loves it. All right, so I'm trying to burn this, but mugwort is actually really hard to catch fire. Ooh, there we go. There we go. I didn't mean for this to take so long to begin, but I didn't know that this mugwort was not gonna want to light either. Hey, Miss G, we are doing up a reading. Ancestor Messages, burning some stinky mugwort for the vibes. All right, let's get to it. All right, so let's look into a number that may be popping up for you guys and see why that number may be popping up. Things like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Bam. What? Snake eyes. All right, so we got snake eyes. We got two. The number two. Hmm. Two is about partnership. It's about receiving. Two is a very feminine number. All right, let's see what's going on. Your videos have been on point, especially with exes coming out of coffins. Well, we are in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, so there's going to be a lot of that. All right, let me tell you. All right, let's go ahead and begin with the star manual. Coco's looking like, ooh, what's going on? She's like, what is happening? Okay, so what landed on the top is an attitude of gratitude will change your life. I feel as though a lot of you guys, some of you who may resonate with this message, all right, are making sure that you're maintaining a positive outlook, a grateful outlook. I think that's very important to you. It's very important to your manifestations. It's important to where you are in life right now. I'm sorry if this is like too dark for you guys, but I'm liking the vibe, all right? My hair is like half done, so I'm over here looking like what's her name? I can't think of her name right now. It'll pop up though. Okay. Um who sings I'd Rather Go Blind, that Beyonce like redid for that movie, Cadillac Records, whatever. That's who I look like right now by the head. Okay. So subconsciously you guys are in need or in thirst for pleasure. We have pleasure. You guys can't see the cards, so I'm gonna show my best, try my best to show them, but I'm really just gonna be channeling and talking. That's what this is supposed to be for. So subconsciously, you guys are seeking pleasure, needing, desiring pleasure. On the surface, what you're conscious of is trying to maintain a positive attitude, and I likes it. So let's cut the deck. We cut it to seasonal. Cut it to Aren't You Loved? And we cut to Rethink. All right. So these are very heavy kind of messages, actually. Not heavy, but these are the kind of messages that have a little bit of weight to them. All right. Okay, so seasonal. Seasonal, when I channeled this card, it was about those relationships or interactions that come around to teach us something. It is temporary. It also could be about weathering a storm that is short lived. It's only there for a short amount of time. Something that's temporary. It's just the vibe of temporary. Um, I'm losing my words. When I get into channeling, I forget like human English words. It's something that's just temporary. Aren't you loved? That card was channeled because it's like your guide's trying to remind you, like, aren't you loved? You have so much to be grateful for, and I think that's something you're trying to remember. Some of you may feel unloved, some of you may feel a bit lonely, but your guides want you to ask yourself, aren't you loved? Those things that you were fretting over and worried about, it was seasonal. It was just transient. That was the word I was looking for. Transient relationships and situations. Spirit wants you to rethink something. Let's get into it with the tarot. I want to know what was seasonal for you guys. What was the seasonal, temporary, transient, ever changing situation? Okay, let's see what we got. It just fell on out. Okay, we got the moon. It's something that maybe not that clear to you. Something that's kind of mysterious to you, something you've had to use your your intuition to navigate. I just heard shit. I just heard mysterious. Something's mysterious to you. Maybe somebody left without a word or left without clarity, without closure. It's an unsure situation, but it was definitely temporary. That's what your spirit guides want you to know. It's left you completely heartbroken with the Three of Swords here. Shout out to Soul Source Tarot because that's my girl, and that's why I'm doing this in the dark reading as well. It's just a vibe as well. Okay. I feel like you're rising up from this, or you're trying to. Your consciousness, your soul is trying to rise up out of this place. I think I'm going to do these more often because at late night I could talk about occult things and, kind of darker stuff, and it'll just be that. But whatever this is, it left you heartbroken, this seasonal, transient, temporary situation. You're over here heartbroken, you're confused, you're in the dark about what transpired, but your guys want you to know that this was temporary. You were never supposed to have this thing. Somebody's still heartbroken, and you're trying to do some magic, you're trying to do some manifestation, you're trying to do some things to pull yourself out of this, or maybe you're being guided to do so if you haven't done it already. You're seeking justice as well. You could even be doing magic, or just trying to manifest some sort of justice, some sort of ending or clarity to the situation. What do you guys want Virgo to know about this seasonal situation? What's hidden from them? Ooh, wow. You weren't going to be happy there. Okay? We got the Sun card in reverse. Your guys want you to know you wouldn't have been happy in that situation. There was no pleasure there, and it would have held you back from growing and changing. It would have just stifled you in all types of ways. You wouldn't have grown. You wouldn't have been happy. I don't know about you guys, but I know I go through periods and times where I feel like I'm working on my trust for my guides, but you guys must trust them. Build a relationship with your guides and your ancestors, okay? Okay, aren't you loved? What is this about, spirit? What is this about, guides, ancestors, angels? Aren't you loved? Spirit really wants you to grow in connecting with the love that's around you. Spirit wants you to expand the love that's around you by recognizing what's already around you. Okay? If you want to welcome more of something into your life, you have to acknowledge what's already there and be grateful for it. And I think you guys realize that there's a need to be grateful because of the attitude of gratitude will change your life. That's right on the top of the star manual deck. You guys recognize that you need to be more grateful. And I feel like you're getting in that energy because you know what it's going to attract your way. Expand on that. Expand. Ask yourself, aren't you loved? Aren't I loved? Somebody loves you. Be grateful for that. Okay? And just put it in spirit's hands. If you're wanting more love, more affection, more of that, put it in spirit's hands with this four of swords. This four of swords says to truce. Let it go. Let spirit take care of your worries, your stress. What is Virgo's worry? It looks like the Eight of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So I'm feeling like you guys are just really in your head thinking no one loves me, no one's there for me. Like, who's going to be there for me? I'm sitting around and all I see is myself. That's what I'm hearing. I just see somebody saying, like, nobody loves me. Like, nobody's here with me. And it's not that, like, little baby, like, oh, woe is me. Oh, I'm not loved. Like, Virgo, it sounds like you guys have a reason to feel this way. All right? You guys are doing hard work. And your guides are telling me, my guides, my higher self, is guiding me to let you know that, sheesh, I almost lost it. I have a lot coming in right now. Nighttime is very, very tapped in for me. Feminine time, magical times, magic hour. And it's not that late here in LA, by the way. It's like 8 or 9 o'clock. But, anyways, they want me to guide you guys to, okay, there it goes. Thank you. To overstand, try to understand that the work that you're doing in life, Virgo, it is difficult. Those of us who was bestowed the Virgoan archetype, zodiac, astrological sign, we've had a lot of work to do in this life, I believe, and we had to come back to ourselves like full force. I don't know if anybody follows me on Instagram, but I posted on my story, I wish you safe travels on your journey back to yourself, and I mean that. That's why I shared it. We're all calling back soul fragments of ourself along these lives that we experience when we reincarnate into human bodies. Okay, each life we lose a part of ourself. We just imagine, okay, for a second, and I'm not trying to freak anybody out in case someone has like a fear of death or something, but imagine you died today. Okay, heartbroken, and you reincarnate back into another baby body or whatever you incarnate into, assuming it's a human. And you have a whole part of your soul left in your previous life because someone stole it. Somebody took your heart. Somebody had your heart in their hands because you were heartbroken. Okay? And I'm saying this to say, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, you might die today. Like, get over it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Virgo and people, and a lot of us humans, most of us humans, we're in this life now to call back parts of ourselves, call back our power, regain our information that's been sent through our DNA, our bloodline, right? This is not easy work, Virgo. This is not easy. It's hard. If you end up by yourself a lot, one, it's because you're a hermit and that's your superpower. But if you find yourself alone a little too long, a little too much, you have to understand, overstand that it's because you are purifying and making your vessel whole. Okay? It's not easy. And you got to understand, this is something I'm really getting good because I live in LA. I'm not from LA. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. That's the Midwest. Okay? It's not a bum hick town. Okay? It's a metropolitan city, thriving. Okay? Rich history. Look it up if you don't know anything about it. I'm saying that to say I don't come from a place where there's like a gazillion zombies walking around all on the streets and people all on drugs every fucking where. You know what I'm saying? Out here is when I realize why I spend so much time alone. Hey Lulu, STL, okay, period. Okay, but that's why I spend so much time alone. Being here makes me realize why I be alone so much. Living in a place like this will help you realize that, because when so and so is on methamphetamines and so is, you know, committing their life to sex work, no shame, okay? But not only are they doing that, they're indulging in lots of risky behavior. It's not like they're, you know, making wise investments. You know what I'm saying? When you're surrounded by all these people doing all these things, and you're over here on a whole ass spiritual journey, purifying and sanctifying your vessel so that you can do great things and rise above this goddamn matrix, you're gonna end up by yourself a lot. You guys are expanding and you're calling in higher love, better love, firm love, soul tribe. You got to allow that stuff to come into your field and recognize every little piece and remnant that is floating and finding its way back to you. And that triggers more. It's the catalyst for more of it to fall into your life, but you have to be okay with with your lonesome. Find something to occupy yourself, even if that's just rest, you know? That's what I went off on a tangent, but that's because that's what Spirit wanted me to do. Because you guys are in this mental strife, this mental prison about feeling unloved and feeling lonely. It's a lonely life because we're trying to reclaim power and knowledge and wisdom and information and all kinds of things. It's hard. Either people are fucking goofing off, don't know what the hell is going on, or they're fully aware or coming into awareness of what's going on, and that's not an easy space to be in. So I'm just wanting to acknowledge that. Let's see what Spirit is wanting you to rethink. What do you want Virgo to rethink, Spirit? Guides, angels, thank you. I'm gonna take the card at the top. Thank you. I can't make this shit up. That is so strange. Oh my god. Look what just came out. Did I not just have this card in my hand? Y'all saw me shuffle that deck. Three of Wands, growth and expansion. Eight of Swords, mental entrapment, was just at the bottom of the deck. And I just had this Four of Swords in my hand a second ago, talking about how you need to call a truce. Put it in the hands of your guides. They are dying to help you. You have to ask. We have free will. They can't just come into Virgo's life and say, you know what, let me snatch so and so out of Virgo's life. Let me send Virgo a vacation. Let me send Virgo some type of yoga class or a park that they can go to, or a new restaurant they can go eat at. You know, you have to say, Spirit, please take my stress, take my pain, take my loneliness, take it away, help me transmute it. They're like, yes, finally, Virgo asked for our assistance. Now we can help. Rethink your need to grow, but not recognizing the fact that you're still allowing yourself to be trapped in your mind. And rethink the fact that you need to just put some things down. Can we get a little bit more information? Because you got gain here. There's a lot that your guides want you to gain, and you need to rethink your mental state, is what I'm really getting at, and where you're applying your passions. Because if you're not applying it to trying to understand what your brain is doing and what your mind is doing, you may not be being as productive as you think you are, Virgo. So that's why the Spirit's like, rethink that before you go creating, before you go expanding, before you go wanting to just do a whole bunch of things. Just sit with your mind for a second, right? Just sit with your thoughts for a second. Can we clarify this rethinking some more? Can we get a little bit more specific? What does Virgo need to rethink? I think I've said it because nothing seems to be coming out. I'm not feeling that much energy in the cards either. What does Virgo need to rethink? Yeah, I think that's it for that one. Okay, let's see what overall messages they have coming out for you guys, just like on some regulars, like just on some. All right, what's going on with Virgo? I feel like, okay, so you may be wanting to persevere on a path with something. Let's get something from here, from the evolution deck, and we're going to clarify it. Wow. This might be shorter than I thought. Sheesh, that is a lot of cards. And I'm being told to take them. Oh my God. All right. Sheesh. Okay. So, you may be wanting to persevere willingly, Virgo. That's probably where you're trying to apply your passions because this is the Nine of Wands. So, that is a very passionate card. It's a very, I'm about to work hard as hell card, right? Because I'm so passionate. I'm so driven. We have kindness. Looks like that's where you want to apply your energy. Time. Looks like you want to be present. Looks like you're trying to, make use of your time. Use your time wisely. You want to be silent, Virgo. I think you want to be rested. I think you want to be meditated. I think you want to have time for that. So you may be thinking that you don't have the time or something. That's why I think they're telling you to rethink your thoughts, Virgo, because you're wanting to do and do and do. You want to be kind. You want to get things done. You want to sit in silence. Hey, Nicole Martin. You want to be meditated. You want to be amazing. But you have to work on whatever is holding your brain hostage. Intention. You want to be intentional. You want to trust people. You want to trust yourself and your guides. You want to be grateful every day. You have a lot to be grateful for. You know that. You want to be courageous and you want to make connections. This is a big one. I'm feeling big energy from connection. And it's funny because this connection card says the best connections happen when you're fully charged. And I feel like you're fully charged, Virgo. That's why you're feeling so damn energized. It's also because it's your season. It's a lot of reasons. We're in the fall, everything's being reborn, rebirthed in some sort of way. But you gotta get your brain untrapped first. Keep ending those karmic cycles. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right. What is okay? What does Virgo want to have the courage to do? Be emotionally balanced in all situations. You don't want to fear change, I think. You don't want to fear random pop-ups. That's what I'm hearing. You want to I'm getting this vibe, Virgo, that you want to be courageous and strong and like strength here. This card is about perseverance. You want to have the perseverance, the strength, and the courage to be able to handle yourself emotionally in all situations. And I feel like something in your brain is making you think you can't do that. Maybe your past. I think it's your past, Virgo. Things you went through in the past. That's why spirits, like your guys, are saying, "Hey, sit down, think." I heard a beautiful quote today. It said, "Your past is where you come from, not where you're going." Keep that in mind, please. Okay, consider that. Your past is where you just came from. It's not where you're going. I'm not going to tell you move ahead and don't look back. That's what I would love to tell you. But I'm getting the energy and the guidance to be gentle with you, Virgo. So what I'm telling you is walk away. You may look back, but don't you go back. Don't you walk back. Don't you take any steps back, okay? That's how you'll gain that emotional discipline. Expect change. I'm a Scorpio rising. And we're also a mutable sign, Virgo. So we're supposed to be good with change, but Virgo is just a little weird with change. A lot of earth signs are because we're grounded. We don't like to be taken all off our center. But it's really a skill and it's something to master, okay? To be able to keep your composure in hectic situations. Virgos usually thrive in adversity. Like when shit is hitting the fan, we usually are able to really go into a very zen state. Shout out to me. But it's like when we have an inner disturbance somewhere, when we're not balanced and grounded inside, that's when it's harder to maintain that inner composure. So that's why you need to be more meditated, and you need to understand that your past is your past, your future is your future. You're wanting to remain present, but you're anxious because it's like you're thinking too far in the head, in the future, because that's how anxiety happens, or you're worried about the past, too worried about that not happening to you. But if you think too much about the past, you're gonna bring that right to your doorstep. And that's why you guys got exes and all these things coming back out the coffin, because that's what your mind is at. You're like, oh, I don't want to be with another Bobby, another Jake, another, you know, another, Lane, But you got to know that you got to believe that that's not the case. You're committed to that though. You're so committed with this Hierophant card. You are so committed to mastering that 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 mental fortitude, that emotional fortitude. You're so anxious. Some of you guys are so anxious. You're staying up at night. And I feel like some of you don't know what's next, or you just hoping it's not nothing from the past. You can't worry about that. Your guides want you to know, I'm getting a headache. Somebody has a headache. Somebody is literally thinking themselves into a migraine. Anything else? Well, let's see. And this you have an opportunity to change and adjust your thoughts, Virgo. Spirit keeps giving you opportunities, and your guides keep giving you an opportunity to ask for their help. But you don't want to ask because maybe you're so used to doing things on your own, or maybe you haven't built a connection with your guides, but you need to. Even if you don't do that, you just say, hey, whatever spirits are around me, helping me for my highest good, could you help me? Okay, I surrender. I accept your help. Help me in whatever way I need it. And I promise you, instantly you're going to feel a calm, and then you're just going to see shit start to change. I'm trying to tell you. Did I? I just thought I saw a like go down. I'm like, why is somebody disliking my shit? Yep, it's important for that connection. Yeah, it is. All right, so let's see. Is there anything Virgo needs to be aware of? Wow. Keep moving like you're moving, Virgo. How I know that some of you guys got out of a situation recently where it was something you wanted for so long, you were working on for so long, and it got disrupted, or it got ended, or you had to put an end to it, or whatever. But Spirit is telling you to just keep that going with this Knight of Pentacles. Like, don't be afraid to put your all into something and take your time and do it right. Like, don't let failure of the past stop you from being a grounded, action driven person in the present for your future. It's so crazy because the Knight of Fire is at the bottom of the deck, but the Knight of Earth is what just came out. So it's like subconsciously you want to be this Knight of Fire so bad, Virgo. You want to fly out the gate and literally get so much shit done. I feel like you guys want to just do and achieve like so bad. You crave passion, you crave pleasure, you crave connection. But you have to ground yourself. You're a Virgo, ground yourself. Anything else Virgo has to know, Spirit? Ooh, this fell out in the reverse. Wow, I cannot make that shit up. Your guides are telling you not to be this Knight of Fire. Something in you wants to move impulsively without any plans. Okay, let me pull out the helper on this really quick. And we can shut this down, y'all, because I'm tired, low key. High key. Okay, So I feel like they don't want you to be risky, hasty. They don't want you risking yourself. You're moving out of anger, you're moving out of recklessness, impulsiveness. That's what you want to do. Or I feel like, no, that's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. You guys, if you guys just go out here making decisions and actions and just doing stuff without thinking about it, or thinking about, like, if you're doing stuff without an intention, right? Just for the hell of doing things, you think you're going to be moving from a place of fearlessness and creativity and passion, but you're wasting your fire away on things that may not be serving you at all. You want to be intentional, Virgo. You want to be meditated. Okay? You want to be courageous and all these beautiful things. So you have to realize when you're moving from a place of anger or impulsiveness and recklessness. They're really highlighting impulsiveness. Ask for some direction from your guides, guys. Ask for some guidance. Tell them to put some opportunities in your path if you want to do something. Ask them to show you what it is that you need to do, what you should be doing right now. Let people help you. Let your guides help you. Trust them. Trust yourself. Yeah, cause y'all heartbroken. Some of y'all heartbroken. Y'all ain't healed y'all self. Y'all think y'all just. It's like somebody out here is heartbroken and they mad. They're hurt. So y'all all, it's like somebody is like literally going into that hurt people space. Some of y'all might be out here trying to. I just got to download that somebody's out here just trying to like just be out here fucking on whoever, hanging out with whoever, giving themselves to whoever and whatever just because you're angry because somebody broke your heart. That ain't smart. If you want to be kind and present and meditated and intentional and trustworthy, okay, and trusting and thankful and courageous and connected, you can't be allowing yourself to move off that energy. That's doing the same shit you did, and that's the same energy from the past that you're trying to avoid. It's almost like you're welcoming it into your life. I'll give you an example because they told me I can give this example. Last night I went and sat by the pier, by the ocean, for the full moon. That was and I did a little ritual. Okay, had me a little red wine. All right, and I got myself some food from the vendors, and I like sat down to eat it because I was kind of drunk. So I'm like, let me sit down and eat this food. So I'm eating, and this boy like walks up to me. He's drunk. He's flirting or whatever, flirting super hard. This man was 22. I don't know why all these young babies trying to talk to me, honey. I'm 26. All right. If I was mad at somebody from being heartbroken, I probably would have, you know, let him, flirt my damn drawers off. Okay? And then what? Then I got another sexual soul tie to somebody. I done, invited somebody else into my space before I even healed from the last situation. It's like you're just doing. It's a repetitive cycle. When are you gonna? I'm talking to whoever this resonates for, and this is how y'all guys are coming through. So excuse me, I really don't mean to be so intense. But they're like, why the hell are you doing that? What sense does that make? How is it that you're trying to avoid what you went through in the past, okay? But you're still moving off the energy of the past because you're affected negatively by the past. So in the present, you're making a bunch of impulsive, angry, reckless decisions because your heart is broken. And you're expecting something magical to happen in your future. No wonder you're so damn anxious. What the fuck? How can you welcome in true love, true soul tribe, true intentional, manifested miracles, blessings, things that are due to you, Virgo? If you still want to do the same shit you did in the past, function off the same energy that you just got out of. It's like, let me try to attract the life of my dreams but I'ma just like act like this person. I it makes no fucking sense, and that's what y'all guys are really getting at. They're like, please don't be stupid, don't be stupid. Anything else? Wow, something flipped right on over. Yeah, it's devil energy. It ain't shit but devil energy. You think somebody, whoever this is, I'm not trying to judge you or come at you, but like I said, somebody's people are channeling, honey. I got a headache. My temples are throbbing. That's how I know my crown is like bust open right now. I got the mugwort vibes, okay? You think you're moving from a place of freedom and liberation and future. Oh, this is the future vibe. I want a new love, so I'm just gonna go fuck somebody random. That's not smart. Don't. If you're gonna do something, let it be thought out, intentional. Okay? Because that's devil energy. You think you're moving off freedom, but you're really trapped. You're trapped by heartbreak. You're trapped by pain and suffering. And it's causing you anxiety and impulsiveness and recklessness. And that's what you don't see with this moon card. That is what's hidden from you. That's what you're not seeing. Somebody. All right. And you got the opportunity to renew your whole self, renew the whole situation with this Ace of Cups. Somebody needs to take a spiritual bath. Somebody needs to take a saltwater bath. Something like that. That's what I just heard. Somebody needs to replenish themselves. Like do a ritual, do something where you like just kind of cleanse your whole vibe, your space. Move your furniture around, get rid of some stuff, clean your house, sage it down. Be intentional about how you're taking care of yourself and how you're looking after yourself, Virgo. And if you don't have the strength to do so, you got to ask your guides. Anything else from the tarot? Anything else from the tarot? There's so much gain coming your way. This is the second time we've seen it in this reading. They're just like ready to allow you to receive things, but you got to get out of your own way. You got to walk away from the stuff you're doing now with this the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about logically realizing like, yo, I got to walk away from doing this or walk away from that or this for these reasons because it just logically makes sense. They want you to use your logical brain so that you can gain. Oh. You got to be diligent about it. You got to be diligent about it because these blessings and these things you want, Virgo, they're going to be popping up. Literally, we got the Princess of Cups. That's about serendipity. That's about sweet surprises. If you're diligent about this, if you just allow yourself to be diligent and grounded in this newness that you really desire for yourself, Spirit's going to send you a surprise blessing right then just to let you know, please stick to this. You're going to get that and victory, public reward. Spirit's going to exalt you in front of the person who broke your heart, in front of whoever and whatever you need. You have something you may not even know you need. Spirit's going to put you in that space so that whatever you were just doing is like a thought of the past. All you have to do is show Spirit, show your God, show your higher self. Really, it's your higher self, your future self. It's like, I wish I would give Virgo this car. I wish I would give Virgo this job opportunity. I wish I would send Virgo this random vacation. I wish I would drop this extra $100 in Virgo account if they out here being reckless and impulsive because they goddamn heartbroken. But then as soon as you just commit to change and better, you're going to receive tokens of gratitude from your higher self and from your guides. The universe doesn't owe you anything unless it's karmically due to you. And And I think it is. And I think your guides are trying to help you gain what's meant for you, but you got to get out of your own way. Yeah, balance your priorities, baby. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What are some of these victories going to look like? I feel like somebody needs to know that because somebody needs to know. Sheesh. Spirit's going to help you financially to get money and hold it and save it. And leave situations that are not fruitful and leave situations that are not generous. It's almost like Spirit's trying to lead you to where the generosity is, to where the resources is, to where the fountain of gain is, the fountain of prosperity and abundance. It's like it's going to be obvious to you. If you're feeling stuck like you can't do nothing right now, it's because you're in your own way currently. Grand Rising, so blessed to be tapped in. Hey, Mighty Mocha. Celibate Grace, feeling blessed. Okay, period. I say. That little note. I just felt the need to do it. All right, let me see if there's anything else I can get. Let's try to maybe, I'm gonna try to get an ending message from this, from the Star Manual deck. Something to leave you guys off on. Sweet taste in your mouth. It's just about here, says your spirits. So whatever it is that you've been trying to call in and maybe you feeling stumped because it ain't here yet, it's there waiting for you. You just have to get out your own way and heal yourself. Allow your broken heart to be fixed so that you're not moving off of that energy. 3 times over. They say it's just accumulating in fucking value as it's sitting there waiting for you. You should work on that. You should work on that. Work on it. Wow, at the top of the deck it says remember health and wealth. So you can't get the wealth without the health, Virgo. You cannot get the wealth without the health. Wow, guess what came out again, guys? From the Love Oracle. We got Mata Hari again. You guys got that earlier for your reading. Yes, gratitude overflowing. I just felt all that beautiful energy. Wow. Thank you, Mighty Mocha. It says always be ready for the performance of your life. I feel like as soon as y'all get the hell up out of y'all own way, y'all are going to be able to do exactly what it is you want to do. And you need to be ready for that. But how are you going to be ready for that if you're crying over spilled milk? My love, beloved. Seduction is the most powerful currency. How are you seducing anyone? How is your vibe magnetic if you're angry about somebody who was temporary that broke your damn heart? You guys really got to understand that there's more fish in the sea. I know some Virgos really be hating hearing that, because I feel like us Virgo, we get attached to people that we just seen so much good in or potential or whatever. But let them folks go, okay? If they was for you, they'd be there. You have to trust that, okay? It says your true friends see through your disguises. People know you heartbroken, Virgo. Some of y'all out here just wanting to connect and do things and create things with people. And they're just like, Virgo, it's something about her that's off or him that's off. Like, they can tell that you're not grounded. They could tell that you're a little too anxious. You're talking too fast. You're moving too fast. None of your thoughts make sense. None of your ideas make sense. You're coming up with shit that you're not even interested in, that you want to do just to say you're doing something, just to get back at the person who left you. You want to make them mad because they left you. Somebody, I'm getting so much right now. I know how it is. You trying to show off for the person who hurt your fucking feelings. I get it. Just saw 44 on the time. But they already see that, Virgo. They see that already. They're not there because they were seasonal. It was temporary. Let it go. Let it go. Because you're shooting yourself in the foot at this point. You're holding yourself back at this point. You're holding your stuff back at this point over something that's temporary. You held on for it for too long. I just heard so clearly, you should have been left. That should have been over. You stayed too long. You overstayed your time with in that space you were in. You're trying to stick to something that's beneath you. When I say beneath you, I'm just saying like it's not where you're trying to go. It's not what you're trying to do. If your future self could talk to you right now, Virgo, I think it they will be saying like if only you could see what the hell is coming to you once you get over yourself. This photo, she's standing there looking gorgeous as hell, and she got two soldiers pointing fucking assault rifles at her. She's in the woods. It's sticks. It's barren. It looks like she's tied up actually on a stake. Like she's about to be burned at the damn stake, or they're about to execute her. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. This is strange. I'm about to read from the book. I'm curious. And then we're going to end this reading. Whew. All right. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I've been in a meditative place for the past 2 weeks. Y'all been seeing me say I need to take care of myself when I bounce out. And that's exactly what I be doing. I be forcing myself to go into meditation. I'll just lay in my bed in the silence. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'm like, I'm tired of Hulu, Netflix. I'm tired of that shit. I don't want to go outside. It's hot. My cat getting on my nerves. I don't want to see nobody right now. But I don't feel like necessarily meditating. So I'll just force myself to lay in the bed and be quiet. Just lay in the quiet. And that helps me. It really helps. Because it helps me notice where my thoughts are going. Sometimes that's all that's needed. You don't have to sit there and I'm pretty sure it'll help you. Sometimes chanting or focusing on your breath or whatever can help you get into a meditative, relaxed state. But that's just hard, just do your errands, do your tasks without music. Drive without music. Okay? If you usually do something with noise, do it without the noise. Do it without the stimulation. Look at screens less. Limit yourself. Just these are things that's coming to me. But let me get into this book. It says Mata Hari. She's from the Netherlands. Ooh, fancy. She was born in 1876, died 1917. Dutch born Margaretha Zell was considered the greatest female seducer and spy of the First World War. Her pillow talk sending 20,000 Allied soldiers to their deaths after a childhood that saw her family plunge from prosperity to ruin, and an abusive marriage that ended in tragedy. Sounds familiar. She moved to Paris performing as a circus horse rider and later finding fame as an exotic dancer under the name Mata Hari. In 1915, she was recruited by French military intelligence to pass on information gleaned from her lovers, many of whom were high-ranking military officers or politicians. She was accused of being a double agent and executed by a firing squad in 1917. That's interesting because I was watching Charmed. Like, I binge watched the old original Charmed last summer, and there's an episode where Phoebe, like, basically was like switching like lives or something. Like basically people's souls were like jumping into her body, and Mata Hari was one of the souls that jumped into her body. So she was like speaking French and like trying to seduce everybody and blah blah blah. But anyways, I feel like Virgo, you could be using your power for so much. You have power over this person that broke your heart, whether you know it or not, but you're letting them get the best of you by sitting, being heartbroken and holding yourself back from your own damn opportunities. When really you could be pillow talking 20,000 people. I ain't saying for you to do that, Virgo. I'm saying that's the power you hold. With that energy, with that sexual energy, with that seductive energy, however you want to look at that, with that creative energy, you so much you can do with that energy. But you're using it to be angry and be impulsive, but you could use it for good. You're going to get yourself executed, okay, by shooting yourself in the foot and just hooking up and just doing random shit just cuz. So I mean, that's what I'm going to leave you with. I think that's was the general message here. I feel like your life has been a series of like blessings and miracles and a whole bunch of misery and woe as well. But you have to remember your power, Virgo. You have to make the best out of situations. You have to be ready. You have to be ready for the change up of life. That's what Mata Hari did. Her family was rich, then they were poor, then she had to be a dancer, she had to be a double agent, she had to do this, she had to do that. It reminds me of Marilyn Monroe. That's why I feel like you guys get that energy a lot too. She was murdered, I think, because she was pretty much a double agent leaking secrets, or she just knew too much about stuff she wasn't supposed to know about. She grew up Norma Jean, honey, working in a damn factory or some shit. She came to Hollywood to act and model and ended up doing a little bit of sex work, I think. You know, all kinds of shit. I'm not telling you to do all these risky things. Your ancestors are telling you not to do these risky things. You're just being guided to be the word that I just heard, thank you, Spirit, is adjustable, adaptable, adaptable. Be more adaptable, Virgo, to negative situations and hold on to your power when those situations occur. And that way, nobody could get the best of you. All right? Nothing can harm you in that space. Hold your power. Call it back to you. All right? Do the work. I know you want to do the work. You want to do some with your energy. That's what the hell you can do it for. Remember, health and wealth. All right? No wealth without health. Do the work to be healthy, and you will get your wealth like immediately. So that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with. I hope you guys have a great night. Okay? Because I will. And I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.